the FTC started out only with unfair methods of competition authority. And it had to get new authority in the Wheeler-Lee amendments to get unfair and deceptive acts or practices. So that shows they are separate, right? They are separate authorities. They meant to do different things. On deception and unfairness, the UDAP is meant to address individual issue, transactions with consumers, right? You made a promise, you didn't fulfill it. I wouldn't have bought this product. Or you engaged in an act or a practice that caused me substantial injury that I couldn't reasonably avoid, and that's not outweighed by countervailing benefits to competition or consumer protection. So there's no market power test. There's no rule of reason other than some balancing test in unfairness. So one of the issues here that I'm a little concerned about is kind of remixing these things back together. Is if it is being done with the idea that you can take what is essentially a consumer protection violation and turn it into an antitrust violation by saying, oh, therefore you don't have to, or really it kind of goes both ways, or take an antitrust violation and turn it into a consumer protection violation, again, to get around some of the stringent tests for an antitrust violation, like market share, like, again, going back to the rule of reason, to sidestep the rule of reason. The idea that you could say, well, if you are a company and, maybe you're a big company and you engage in, some sort of deceptive act or practice, it gives you a leg up on your honest competitors. So therefore it's an unfair method of competition. But we don't have to show that you are dominant. We don't have to show, the other tests that we might have to show to meet a Section 2 violation. So that concerns me, that we're going to, again, kind of use this as a route to sidestep antitrust case law that they find unappealing. Then the other thing that kind of going the other direction is antitrust has some very powerful remedies, including divestitures, right? And breakups and things like that. So will they, through this melding, try to say, well, you've engaged in, consumer protection violations. And we think the remedy for that is that you have to separate your lines of business and spin things off, or you can't engage in, self-preferencing. You can't get, I think a lot of the kind of things that are being discussed in Congress to put into antitrust bills. And the idea being like, well, no, we're just going to kind of find a different route to do this by shaking together antitrust and consumer protection and picking the pieces that we like best and putting them into kind of a new hybrid theory.